Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most awesome videos. In front of us we have two ultra-budget shortwave portable radios. One is the XHDATA D-328 and the other is the Supersonic SC-1080BT. Similar price range, similar features, a great comparison. So we're going to declare a winner after we've pitted these against each other across the feature base of these radios. So let's go ahead and just give you an idea what these radios look like. This is a 328. I have reviewed this radio. You can check out that review link up there if you want to see more in-depth review, but we're just going to go over it real quick. Small speaker here, XHDATA. You notice how it's set up for the bands as FM1, FM2. It has a log scale. It has shortwave 1 through 9. And it has the AM scale on the bottom there. And then we have our band select switch. Left-hand side, nothing. Right-hand side, we have the tuning wheel, volume control, headphone jack. Top, we have the charging port, the mode select, radio MP3 or off, a micro SD card slot, and controls for the MP3 player. Antenna. Back side, we have the compartment for the BL5C battery with a little flip-out stand with the frequencies printed on it. Okay, quick little overviews of these radios. The Supersonic. You notice it's a little bit bigger speaker. On the front here, we have indicators telling you what mode you're in. Power, charge, radio. We have the FM band, log scale, AM band. I actually like how those are together. Then we have our shortwave bands 1 through 7. A band select switch on the bottom there. Right hand side we have tuning wheel, volume control, DC input on the side. Left hand side we have our carrying strap. On top we have a USB and SD card slot reader for the MP3 mode. Here we have the mode select switch. We have off, MP3 Bluetooth mode, or radio mode. And then of course we have our controls for the MP3 mode. Antenna there. On the back of the radio, vent case, and a battery compartment. This battery compartment holds the BL5C and also can hold AA batteries. Alright, so go ahead and set that down. So let's go ahead and start going through different categories that I just kind of wrote down, had fun with, and kind of said which one is better. So the first one is portability. Which of these two radios is more portable? Well, I go by size. So by size reference, the most portable radio is going to be the XHDATA. It's definitely slimmer and lighter and smaller on all dimensions. So the clear winner of that one is the XHDATA. Put it back together there. All right, so each get like a little check mark, you know, who wins that category, and we just total them up at the end and declare the winner. Yeah. Next one, rechargeable battery. They both include a BL5C battery when you buy this radio, which is awesome. They also include the USB cable to charge it. The XHDATA has a 1200 milliamp hour battery, and the Supersonic has a 600 milliamp hour battery. This one does run longer, and of course the winner for the higher capacity battery goes to the XHDATA. Winner. Third category here we have optional dry battery operation. Well, if you notice, this radio, the Supersonic, actually has in its battery compartment an area for AA batteries. I'm just going to see if I can open this up on camera. So there's the BL5C, and if you look, if I take the BL5C out, I can put 3 AA batteries and run it off standard batteries if I can't find a BL5C that works, or if this battery dies on me. So it's kind of a neat little feature, and it's definitely a tricky battery compartment. You put it in there and lock it forward. Okay, but that's nice to have. So that check goes to the Supersonic. It actually is kind of important. When you have a radio like this, it does what these do. These are DSP radios. They're pretty equal in a lot of respects, but when your battery dies or runs out and you can't charge it, it's nice to be able to throw standard batteries and keep going. In any situation, this would probably be the better of the two as far as batteries go, optional batteries. So awesome. Headphone jack. The XHDATA wins because it has one, and the Supersonics does not. It's pretty easy. MP3 player function. They both have them. They both do it a little differently. So here we have a play pause, forward back, seek forward back. Here we have the same thing, but then we have jumping key that can jump up 10. I think it says plus 10, negative 10, so that moves us up 10 files or down 10 files. The Supersonic has a USB for your little USB sticks and the SD. This one only has the SD card slot. This radio here, when you put the SD card in, does stick up a little bit. This one here sits flush. So I'm going to give 1 star to each because they both kind of give and take. Like one has the ability to use USB sticks, this one does not. This one has extra folder keys, this one does not. So they kind of have their own little things going, so I'm going to give them equal grades there. So they both kind of win that category. Bluetooth function. Well, that's pretty easy. We know that this radio is advertised as having Bluetooth, and this one does not. So winner there goes to Supersonic. A lot of people like Bluetooth speakers, and this can also double as a Bluetooth speaker, which makes it more versatile. Okay, so let's see. USB input power. So this is pretty cool. You can actually take the batteries out and hook up your cable they give you to your USB jack. There you go. That where it says charge. You can actually run the radio off a USB without a battery in there, and it'll run on both these radios. So that's neat to know. And this one here, it's on the side. I actually find this more convenient, being on the side versus the top of the radio. I guess you guys can agree. You can imagine a wire coming off the top versus from the side. It's just easier to manage. So the winner is pretty much both because they both have that ability, which is nice. Speaker audio. Now, this is pretty important. I find that the Supersonic has a better audio quality sound to my ears versus the XHDATAs. Now I'm going to do a little bit of a audio test right now, give you an idea with a little microphone set up here to see what you think. But for me, the mids and highs are very important, and I actually enjoy the sound of the speaker more. It's more pleasant to my ears. This one here is good. It just doesn't have quite the highs and mids that I like. So we're going to go ahead and do the XHDATA. We'll turn this on. Let's see here. Go to the radio mode. And tune it in. There we go. Start the beginning of this one. Okay, so you get the idea there. I'm just going to pause that, and we're going to replay it with the Supersonic. Let me go ahead and turn that on. We'll turn that one off. All right, so this one here, you turn on over here. Radio mode. Okay, we'll go ahead and replay that. Make sure I got some volume on. That shows pretty good. You can tell the high is definitely on this one. So, okay, we'll go ahead and just pause that. I turn that off. Okay, and then of course what we'll do is AM audio. So let's go down to the AM band here. Oops, on the front. Let's see, we got shortwave. Oh, AM's right next to FM on this one. So we'll go ahead and just find my local station and tune it in.
YouTube, 3GP TV.
And you done? I read some background. You did a documentary on the Avett brothers.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
When did you? Now they're not as funny as this book, are they?
No. We've interviewed them on Three Guys Pickin' and had them perform live for us. And my brother had an idea to do a documentary on them, and this is when they were just starting. And so we did.
And so when was that?
That was a few years ago.
Okay.
It is unreal.
Okay, so that's our AM test. Let's go ahead and go here to this one. Try to tune in the same station. Okay, not in the AM mode.
With the talents that I have, contribute to lots of options than one of the goals.
Your career, ballpark.
I usually do May through October, one a week, sometimes two. So maybe 25, 30 a year, so 13 years.
Okay.
I wasn't very good at math or fractions.
And so you broke the book down into, you covered every corner
yes.
of a wedding.
Yes.
You got brides, I'm just going alphabetical order, brides, bridesmaids, celebrities, DJs, drinking, everybody, drinking, microphones, mothers, mariachi bands, but they're all like little sound bites. The book is really a fun, breezy read.
Thank you. Yeah,
So there you go. Get an idea. So I'm going to turn that off. So yeah, I believe the performance of the speaker on the Supersonics is much better to my ears. I don't know if you conclude that with you, but the winner goes to Supersonic for speaker audio for sure. Let me just turn that off. Okay, so let's move on to the next category. It's going to be shortwave coverage. The XHDATA has advertised having 12 bands. This has 9 band total. The XHDATA does have better shortwave coverage, and it is in the form of 2 bands. The band number 4, which is 9.2 to 10 megahertz, which actually is pretty useful, as we all know, of some of those cool stations in that band. And then it has a different one where it's 15 to 15.9, which is, I don't know, I get much activity up there. I guess I have, maybe once or twice, but they're also, it's better coverage. I like that. This one, the Supersonic, is missing those 2 bands. It makes a jump on shortwave 3 to shortwave 4. You can see that goes 7.6 right to 11.5. And then, of course, shortwave 5 to shortwave 6, you can see 14.2 right to 17. So you do get better shortwave coverage with the XHDATA. If that's important to you, it is to me. I do like having the ability to have a bit more. Of course, more is better. The winner goes to XHDATA on that one. Yeah, sweet. So here we go in these. This next, there are 3 major categories. Is called overall FM performance, AM performance, and shortwave performance. So each of these categories is equal to 2 stars, or 2 check marks, we're going to call it, 2 scoring points. So first, overall FM performance. The Supersonic wins this battle by finding more stations and having better selectivity than the XHDATA. I was really impressed. I was actually kind of surprised. I thought the XHDATA was going to win that one. I think it even has a longer antenna than the Supersonic, and it actually did not win that one. So Supersonic wins by about a 20% margin. That was a pretty big margin. So great. So that wins the FM performance. Next, AM performance. Who wins the overall AM performance category? And that would go to the Supersonic again. Just has a great AM circuit. Has a better selectivity on the DSP, because again, these radios are both DSP circuits. This one tunes in the AM wave really good, the medium wave you want to call. Either way, I call it either. Works great, sounds good, has great selectivity and good on faint stations in the evening. I was pretty impressed. Again, it won by a nice 20% margin, finding 20% more stations. Probably 25% better selectivity that I noticed. So it was quite a big difference between the 2 radios. So very, very cool there. Okay, bring them back together. So winner goes Supersonic for the AM band overall performance. Now we got shortwave performance. Overall shortwave performance, both radios tied. Yes, they tied. I had them both going, and they were finding exactly the same station, exactly the same noise, same interference on every band I went to, except this one has 2 extra bands. But yeah, that won that category, so that doesn't count. But overall, shortwave performance is tied. They both get equal points for that because they both equally performed well, which again was a good thing. XHDATA, if you're looking for just a shortwave only small compact receiver with a rechargeable battery, this might be the one to go with, just because of that one thing. Because yeah, the shortwave performance was equal, so neat to know, and it was both fairly decent for what they are. All right, so let's go move on. Moving on. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Build quality. Build quality is the buttons, how they feel when pressed, the switches, how they feel when moved, the antennas, the way they pivot, everything, the rigidity of the console, the feel of the whole package, the construction of the band select switch, just overall build quality in everything you think of. The wrist straps, they are both great. I mean, you can't go wrong with either one for build quality. They're both made very well. I can't think of anything negative on these 2 radios, so except for maybe a paint imperfection. I think that Supersonic has like a slight little dimple there, and a slight little thing here, but that's more cosmetic than it is functional. So, but as far as durability goes, both radios I believe are going to hold up well as either one. So they both win that category. Yay! Tied again. So this one, next one here, it comes in as kind of like more of an optional thing, but I threw it in there because it is important to some people, and it's colors. Can you get the radios in different colors? Who wins this category? Well, the XHDATA is only available in 1 color. The Supersonic is available in 3 colors: red, silver, and black. So if you're one of the ones that like, I don't like silver, I don't like black, I want red, well, you have options, and the options are great. So there you go. I mean, it's a kind of a weird category, kind of a cosmetic one, but I think it should be included because some people do like options of colors. I like yellow radios. If they made a yellow one, I'd run out and buy it right now. You know me and yellow radios. So Supersonic wins that one by offering 3 different colors for their radio. So yay for that. Okay, next, this is an interesting one. Functionality. This is an interesting one because functionality. This is standing the radio on its base. So when you stand the radio up, you think it'd be simple on a big fat radio like this, you know, no big deal, right? Looks like they stand up pretty good, right? Problem is, this radio does a pretty good job. It also has a flip out stand, so it's not going to fall over on you. Never going to have an issue. If you extend this antenna out and put like a wire on it, it might go this way if you have the antenna. Like this is the only thing that would happen with this radio. But otherwise, this radio is pretty stable. The Supersonic actually has an issue. When you take the battery out, it doesn't want to really rock or do anything. But when you have the BL5C in here, it gets a little back heavy. So if I just bump it a little bit, it falls over. It will stand as long as you don't bump anything. It should be okay. It's just if you nudge it a little bit, it will fall. Now, if you take that battery out and you put 3 AA batteries in there, forget it, game over. This radio will now fall over every time. It will not stand up with 3 AA batteries in there. So you have to prop it up with something. Maybe you can devise your own little kick-out stand you can glue on here or something to hold it up. But yeah, it would need a stand when you have 3 AA's. So the winner of that functionality goes to the XHDATA. You don't have to worry about that because it has that little built-in stand already. So no modification required. It's awesome. Yeah, I'm having a good time. These are good little radios. I love them. Let's see. Some people end up going, hey, why are you comparing these two? You just buy both because they're cheap enough. Well, some people don't have enough money. They just want to buy one. That's cool. Actually, having 2 is fun too. I'll agree. So moving on. So dial accuracy. Now, this is important. I kind of left this out in some Versa ones. Dial accuracy. How accurate is the dial on the XHDATA? Not so great. It's a bit off. Mostly on the FM and AM. Shortwave, it's a little bit more dead on. So I want to let you know that, yeah, the FM, I think is, I wrote this down. The FM accuracy on this radio was good. AM was okay. You were kind of close. But well, I don't know if it's okay or not, but it was close. And then the shortwave was good. Shortwave was, I think, very good. It was dead on. When I went to 5 megahertz, I could hear it good. So, I mean, it did fairly well. It's just not the best. The Supersonic, on the other hand, this one had good on the FM. I'm sorry, very good on the FM. Actually, very good across all bands. Okay, I wrote down very good across all bands. So, yes, when you were near certain stations, it was picking them up like nobody's business. It was right on the money. When you were, when I was on my theory of Todderbert, right where I wanted to be, my AM scales right where I wanted to be, the shortwave was dead on. When it was 5 megahertz, it was right on the 5 megahertz. So this one here, dial accuracy, is very good on all bands. It wins the dial accuracy between these 2 radios. So point goes Supersonic. Woo! Applause, applause. And dial visibility. Okay, another one. So this is interesting. This might be different people's opinions. Right away, you'd think this one would be better because it has this white and blue with the shortwave. And you're probably right. For some people might enjoy that as a better, just for the shortwave. But if you look here, the FM band, we use FM1 a lot. And you can look up here, it's kind of like offset quite a bit to that pointer. So you're trying to like see, okay, am I on it? Am I near it? So it's a little off. I don't quite like that. I don't like the log scale in red. I don't know. I wish it would be in blue. It would probably look nicer. Or in black would look good, but that red kind of, you can't see that log scale is good. Now you can see the bands very nice. I mean, the white and blue does look good. But then you get down here to this AM band, they put it in silver, and if you're like in the dark, see how that just shadows it out? You can barely see what AM you're on, and I don't like that. I don't like how the AM's way down here too. I mean, AM band should be right next to the FM band. So that's my take on it. Now this one here, the printing's larger. I think it's easier to look at. The FM band's clear with a nice gold lettering. The log scale's fairly clear. It could be a little bit brighter lettering. If they would have gold with that, that would have been nice. But the AM scale I can read really easily. It's right there next to the FM band. If you look how close it is to the indicator, that's a nice thing. So overall, I do like the legibility of the dial on the Supersonic on this one here. So it's my opinion that the Supersonic has a better dial visibility. So Supersonic wins that one. Yay! All right, so we're down to the last one, and this is price. So pricing, they're fairly close in price. Okay, so you can right now go to Amazon, and if you want to support the channel and you love this video, there's some links to these radios, and you're like, hey, I like the XHDATA, I'm going to get that one. Or I like the Supersonic, I'm going to get that one. Feel free to click the links. Buy a radio, support the channel. You probably heard me do that before, but just check it out. Amazon, you don't pay any extra, you get your radio. I get a bonus from Amazon, and you don't pay any extra, and you support me at the same time to do this again, because I like doing this. So price, XHDATA comes in at $13.98. It's been at that price for a long time. It doesn't jump up or down, which is really nice. I like that, because I do watch prices on things, and I've seen radios go from like $12 down to $6. Yeah, here, honorable mention, this guy right here. It's a little cheapo. You can get this right now as a published date of this video for $6.99, and this cost me $12. So it's like, what the heck? So the price goes down and down on some things, but this radio, rock solid. Good fingerprint magnet though. The high gloss looks cool though, metallic. I like that. But the price $13.98. The Supersonic is $15.19 for the silver model, and the prices go up. I think the black was like $17, I want to say, and the red was like $17.99. So yeah, for $1 more you get the Supersonic. I mean, there really shouldn't be a category here, but there is. The XHDATA does wins by $1. So there's a clear winner there. And then this one could go up because its other colors are higher. So I don't know what the deal is with that. That's I think why I bought the silver one, because it was a couple bucks cheaper. So there you go. XHDATA wins that category. So I totaled all the points. And the winner, drum roll please, if you're keeping track, the Supersonic wins by quite a few points. So this scored 15 points out of that, and this one scored 11. So, I mean, it was fairly close. It's beat it by 4. And where it beat it. So the Supersonic SC-1080BT, BT means Bluetooth, wins because these key winning points, overall FM performance. Well, if I didn't score 2 stars on the overall FM, AM, and shortwave performances, the XHDATA may have tied with this radio, and I may have to do some kind of tie break. But so this radio has superior FM performance, superior AM performance, and of course equal shortwave performance as the XHDATA. Also, the speaker audio category is really important to me, even though I just did a one star for that. The speaker audio on this radio just sounds really pleasing, and I enjoy the sound of it. So there we are. So the winner, clear winner, is the Supersonic 1080BT SC-1080BT. I said that right. Yeah, Supersonic SC. But yeah, I'm surprised because some people say this is a QFX branded radio. I don't think so. I mean, it just does a good job. I mean, I'm surprised that it operates so well, except for that falling back thing. It's the only thing that's a negative on here for me. That, and then the trans-flash card doesn't go all the way down. It's like sticks up out of there. That's the only thing I noticed I didn't like about it. But there's a lot of features that I did like. I like the side-mounted DC in. I missed the kick-out stand. I do like the optional batteries. That's a big one too. That should be part of the winning points, but you know that's optional. Some people don't need it, but I think that really makes a radio when you can run it off of either battery, those rechargeable or alkalines. So that's a big bonus. So there we are, the 2 radios. The ultra budget shortwave portable shootout. Yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like the presentation, the comparisons, I do enjoy doing these. It takes a little bit more work putting these together and all the little things I have to check and sit there and dial each radio in to make sure, check all the performances, which is doing better. You know, it takes a little bit of time, but I do enjoy making them. So give me a big like. I appreciate it. 2, if you like XHDATA radios, like Supersonic radios, like, yeah, those are awesome. I want to see more budget portables. Just hit down below, subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of future videos. Always putting new ones out. 3, comment below what you think about this cool shootout. I enjoyed making it. Did you like the XHDATA better, Supersonic? I know I missed something. I know people are going to be like, well, why don't you say this? Or why don't you say that? You know, this one, and that's okay. Go ahead. Feel free to just comment away. And, you know, you can find your own winner. Like, this might be a winner to you all the way. Or this one, go, hey, I like that one because of the actual optional batteries. That sounds better. And it's all, again, this is my perspective. I try to compare it as best I can to help you guys out in your purchasing decisions. And then you go from there. And if, you know, you see somebody else say, hey, well, that has that feature, and you like that feature, then go with it. So definitely fun times. And then 4, join me over on Patreon after hours and see what's going on over there. A lot of cool stuff. I think I took apart some of these radios, took some pictures on the inside so you can see kind of what that looks like. I still don't know if those are open to the public or not, but just go check it out. There's a lot of free material there, a lot of cool stuff, radio shows, just a fun time. Neat to see you guys over there. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, and goodbye.